Okay, we're back. I held it up to the mirror and I'm really liking what I am seeing. This might be a little distracting right up here. So I just want to get this green blend slightly a little bit better in here. I find this white right here a little bit distracting. This line right here is a little bit too distracting. It needs to be, you can see right here there's a softer blend going on. And so I'm just going to go around and refine that a bit. All right, so that is, it's really balanced between cool and warm, so I'm going to get some Cad Yellow Light and my Yellow Orange mixed together. Oh, made way too much. Of course, always remember that the Cad Yellow Light is always going to be a weaker color. Oh, I'm getting some green out of my brush, and that might be just enough green for me. Probably not. A little bit of green is seeping down out of my brush. Let's see what that color looks like. No, it needs to be a little greener. So let's get some green. I'm offloading green somewhere else on my palette and then I'm bringing it in. Because that green, it's so strong. Okay, smushing it out of my bristles. And, oh yeah, that's not bad. It is fun playing with all these different little subtle color variations. I might even put a bit of this over here. Okay, now I'm going to try a little white in here. White with this really greenish color, actually. And just see what that does. I mean, it's making it cooler, but I don't think I mind that too much. Nope, too cool. Yeah, I'm finding that some white mixed in is really making it look more like my photo. Yep, this white mixed in is really, I guess, pretty key. Of course, I don't have those bold strokes I had before. So sometimes you have to kind of darken so that you can figure out where you really want your light to pop against it, you know, kind of like what we talked about with the values. You want to make sure you've got some 6, 7s, and 8 values so that you can get your 9 and 10 value to pop against it. Oh, I like that, what that's doing. Kind of massacred that with my knife. That's looking pretty good. That subtle tone right there, I hope the camera's picking it up, is really helping a lot. And I think I really can't mess with that anymore. I'm seeing a little purple inside of my avocado there, so I do need to get rid of that with another green. And this is a little bit too cool of a green showing right there, so I'm gonna do one more shade of warm green, and I think I'm gonna be done. So I know I'm getting very detailed here, maybe too much detail for your liking, but you know, you can leave the painting at this and it would still be great. I mean, I think it still looks like a nice painting. But you know, if you want to keep going and kind of take it to the next level, you would do these kinds of details. So this time I'm doing a stroke that's I'm not going along the avocado, I'm doing inward short strokes. Some water came out of my ferrule and diluted this mix. So sometimes you can test a color by doing a short brush stroke, you know, in one direction, and then if it looks like it's right, then do it in the direction it really needs to be. All right, I think that's working. This could be a little darker right here. I'm going to go just a little darker right there. Slightly darker color in just a few spots. See that little stroke of a darker color, I think that really helped. Okay, I think I want to have a little bit more fun with this highlight here. I'm going to use my alizarin and yellow orange and get a crazy bright color on here, just for the heck of it, because it's fun to do that. Let's dull that, make it a little bit more orangey maybe. If you wanted to, you could use this color in little bits here and there if you really want to have a bold couple little ticks here and there. Let's do that. Let's put one or two in. I don't know if I like it there. I don't like it there. I wiped off my color. That's okay. Actually, what if I put that as in the background as an outline? Look how interesting that is. That's really vibrant. All right, so there is a more subtle shadow right here that it's, let's make it a purple. Okay, that's better. And then I'm ready for a highlight. So that does look like a white highlight. And it is a warm light, so then it needs to be made yellow. So you don't want to do white white. Maybe yellow, orange, and white. Okay, and then I think I'm ready for my checkerboard. So I'm gonna try doing some warm white checkers with this. It's white, you know, but it's not really white white. It's got yellow orange in it. So I'm using my 1/4 inch brush, and I need to kind of manage this brush so that I can get nice square looking patterns. I'm going to be a little more careful this time. So it's going to read as white, and every once in a while you're going to need to kind of reshape the tip of your brush. So I am going to change the color of these. When it gets in the shadow, it definitely has to change. So for now, I'm just mapping them out where they fall. Suppose I don't even really have to do all of them. I could get really abstract with this, right? Now that one, I can't quite get in there because I'm going to go into the avocado, so I'm not going to do that one. And then I'm going to turn it because it's just easier for me to see it if I turn it. So I'm going to try and imagine where this would be. I kind of tilted that angle, didn't I? I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm probably being a little too cautious here. All right, and so now I'm going to make a, like I'm not even going to see the pattern in the shadow, because I don't think I want to do that, but I want to change these to be darker, so they're going to become like my background color. So that is a red violet. So let's see if I do this. So you're better off making your initial stroke as small as you can, so because you're going to go over it. And you know, like I always say, the more you paint something, kind of the bigger it gets. So do an in-between one. These are just a little bit darker. This one might be just too strong. Yeah, I like this peachy color. Reshape that brush. Sometimes I'll flip the brush. So I want the eye to come in here, but that's just a little bit too, I'm going to knock it back just a little bit more. I don't know, I kind of like the fact that it disappears there. It's right on the edge of the shadow. I want to knock those back a little bit more. You know, and this is where you can kind of have fun with color. You can make them, you know, pinker. I mean, I know that's not the reality of what they look like, but I can have fun with it. Added a little bit of blue, make it bluer. Just to see if I like that better in here. So here they're almost disappearing, which, I don't know, I think that's good because we don't want to detract too much from the background. Maybe a little. Putting a little bit of that in here. Well, that looks really nice, that violet on the seed. It's almost like a little reflected light. And I think we're just about there. Oh, I don't like that weird thing. All right, I might make my shadow right here just a little bit darker, although that might bring too much attention to it. I don't like this tick mark. I'm probably being too nitpicky right now. So you know what, I'm gonna hold this up to the mirror real quick. Yeah, I don't need to change that. That actually looks fine. I'm glad I stepped away and looked in the mirror. So yeah, I think this is it. I really like it. Really, really fun. So, I don't know, I might do just a little bit of cool green right there. I'm gonna use my brush, the side of my brush, and just have some fun with a really more vibrant, cool green. So I'm mixing blue and alizarin. Get it on the tips of the bristles. Just a couple fun little stitches of a really vibrant green here and there. All right, and that is it. That is it, guys. There you go. All right. Thanks, you guys. This was a fun one. Have fun with it. Don't be afraid to play around with these colors. I really loved this one.